Oh, this is on here. Okay, just one. Give me 3 seconds, Agnes. Okay, go. Yeah.
You know what time it is?
Boom shakalaka! Yay! Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's Friday. You've made it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Miss Rocky and Shaviva North End Update Live because
there's always something good. Always something good happening on the North End and everywhere else.
yes, boom shakalaka to Peggy Passon, Sade Murphy, Michael Irvin, Marcel Avant.
Yes, and to Cricket Jones, Tara Getman, James Russell, and Tim Hayes. Everyone, please be sure to like our North End Update page and subscribe to our YouTube channel, please.
Yes, and you know we come to you every Friday live because that's what you want. We got to tell you what's good happening in Waterloo and the surrounding area from a North End perspective. 5 years of positivity, Shaviva.
That's right, ever since 2017, 2017,
Right.
yeah.
Today we've got a great show for you. We have Lance Vanderloo from Vanderloo Chiropractic who will tell us when it's time to see a chiropractor. And he's going to show us with props a little bit how to
That's
live your
right.
best life.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. And we also have TJ Shay, the founder of International Dot Day. Okay, it's a movement about creativity, and he is going to tell us how we can all be more creative.
One dot. I think it starts with one dot. Kind of
Yeah.
like that. Okay, we'll get to talk to him in just a little bit. And then we got our Give It Air segment to look forward to where we'll be talking about things that were taught intentionally, not by accident, but by design. So that'll be an interesting topic. We want to thank our sustaining collaborator, Shaviva.
That's right, Waterloo Community Foundation, We Arose Co-op. They are dedicated to elevating urban farming, cooperation by building community, and increasing access to affordable, local, healthy food options.
How awesome is that?
It's
I mean,
real, yeah.
A lot of people living in a food desert, there is no excuse. Look, because Daquan is open. Daquan has that whole thing going, and it's on Tuesdays and Fridays. They have greens to go. And the GTG Mobile Produce Market is open every Tuesday and every Friday. It's at the Jubilee United Methodist Church on the corner of East 4th and Newell, Shaviva. And they have green beans this week, purple whole peas.
Oh my.
What
Tomatoes, yellow squash, and so many other good things. You can get delivery or you can get curbside pickup. Order at 319-252-4622. And hey, get this. Mention Rocky and Shaviva and you get one free item with your order.
I already know what I want.
Okay.
I want a giant turnip about this big. Throw
Okay.
in my greens.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Rocky and Shaviva 3 times.
I think I'll have a handful of those purple whole peas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we want to thank Banneker Watches. A lot of you ask us about our beautiful mantle clock here, and that's courtesy of Derek Holmes, Hometown Homes. So we want to shout out to Banneker Watches as well. And what else? We're a nonprofit. We're always looking for donations. You guys haven't met Caleb yet, but Caleb rocks. He's our new intern that we met here recently, Shaviva, and he
Yes.
decided to join our show. I think Ed's going to get a shot at Caleb.
There he is.
Let's
Yes.
give Caleb a hand. He's learning as we go and doing a great job. Thank you so much. Okay, so we got to pay Caleb. So if you have any extra coins shaking around in your pocket, we always looking for donations. Newsflash.
Okay, birthday people, be sure to hang around. And you don't want to miss your birthday shout out and song. We've got some great folks on here that are going to be joining us. And
Oh, you know,
yeah.
Vanderloo, he not only does chiropractic stuff, but I heard the man can sing.
that's
You know
right.
what about TJ? That
Well, yeah,
sounds like
him
a bass
too.
player, don't it? Or something like, I bet you he can really get his groove on too. We're going to see how well they can sing.
Yes, indeed.
All righty. Where are we, Shaviva?
Okay. It's about time to talk
Oh.
about the best magazine to come out of Waterloo, right?
Yes. Let's introduce our guests, and we can always give them the great question about if you subscribe to
that's right.
the Ed. We're going to introduce our guests and see if they subscribe to the
Soul Town.
Soul Town, yes, and just it's a magazine that's really good. Mm-hmm. Yes, and there they are.
That's right.
welcome to our show today. Lance Vanderloo, welcome.
Yes, thank you. Nice to be here.
All right, and TJ Shay, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Now, you heard us sing the song called The Soul Town, which I made up.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Very
So melodious.
Okay. Right.
Bam.
Soul Town. And it's a
Yeah.
magazine that's started by a local lady named Shay Kaba.
Oh.
And it kind of highlights black and brown good things. In fact, this magazine kind of was the incentive for our show because we heard so much negative things about our hometown, and we decided to show good things and offer community good things on our show. So we like to talk about the Soul Town. And what do we have today, Shadiva?
Well, what are we going to talk about today?
Miss Gabby said something. didn't
Oh,
she?
that's right. That's right. Queen Gabby
Yes.
is an advice columnist that talks about different things every week, fields questions from people. And, all right, someone wrote in and said, "Dear Gabby, there's a new security officer at work. English is his second or third language. I believe he is Middle Eastern. He walked me out and randomly said, I met Martin Luther King Jr. in India when I was 10. Why do non-black people feel the need to have a connection? I did not ask him if he knew any black activists, heroes, or Coretta Scott King's husband. Signed, I do not care."
Oh, okay. So that's an interesting topic. I know from working at Viking Pump, I know I used to have an older white gentleman that used to come and he'd read the obituaries. And if a black person died, he'd say, "Well, I see you lost one of your people."
Oh, okay.
Those guys, right? So I'd be like, well, who was I? I didn't know who it was. So yeah, sometimes I think people want to have a connection, and sometimes people don't know what to say, or if
Yeah.
culture is not the connection, obviously. So maybe the weather.
Yeah,
You know,
it could
something we
be
could-
anything. Yeah, see, and that one is actually a perfect topic that most people tune into, period, to establish a connection. And it's the weather. If you're in the elevator with someone
Oh,
that you
yeah.
don't know or whatever, they'll say, "Oh boy, it's really burning up outside, isn't it?" Or
Right.
"Nice weather we're having, isn't it?" Just
How about you,
something.
TJ? Do you look at the numbers in the elevator, or do you strike up a conversation?
It depends. Sometimes I usually, if there are kids in the elevator, I talk to the kids.
Yeah.
Adults, I look at the numbers.
Okay.
But if they're kids, I notice what they're wearing and what they're carrying, and
Yeah.
it's the teacher in me, I think.
Well, you've got that friendly
a
face.
teacher, okay.
You teach in Traer, I think you said.
Yep.
Yeah. And how about you? Do you stand backwards in the elevator just to make people talk?
No, I do
No,
not.
that's not what you do.
No.
Okay.
No.
It can be an awkward situation though sometimes.
Oh, yeah. You look up at the numbers, whatever.
Right.
Look straight ahead.
Right,
Yeah, right.
Well, we want you to get your copy of the Soul Town and read interesting topics like that. And actually, when you get the digital copy, you can watch this show.
that's right. That's
So,
right.
Get your copy at thesoultown
.com.
magazine.
Oh, that's right.
All right. Okay, so we've introduced our guests, and now we get to go through the Give It Air
All right.
segment.
All right.
Oh boy, oh boy.
And this is a segment that we started back in the crazy summer of 2020 when there was so much going on, the pandemic and the racial unrest and justice and all that. So anyway, we've been talking a lot about our lifetime, Shaviva, things that have happened in our lifetime.
Yes.
And then we've switched to Iowa, some things that have happened in Iowa. And now we're talking about education. What things were taught, and this would be right up your alley, being an educator. What things we learned about and other things that were left out intentionally. What do you got? So everybody knows Helen Keller. Do you know anything about Helen Keller? I think she was born in 1806. What do you know about Helen Keller?
I'm a graduate of the Helen Keller School of Golf.
Oh,
Just kidding. No.
Okay.
that was
That one
funny.
almost.
Oh, good one.
Okay.
Okay. But everybody kind of knows the story about her kind of plight. And,
Or, yeah, maybe has seen the movie The Miracle Worker.
That's right.
yes. Oh, beautiful movie. Anne Sullivan and all that. But then, in adjacent to that, we didn't learn about W.E.B. Du Bois
Yeah.
when he was born in the same time period. Do you know anything about him?
I've heard the name,
Yeah.
and there's a book that came out recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
do you know about W.E.B. Du Bois?
No, I do not.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I happened to do a little research.
Okay.
William Edward Burghardt Du Bois was an American socialist historian and a Pan-Africanist civil rights activist. Born in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, Du Bois grew up in a relative tolerant, integrated community. After completing graduate work at Harvard, he was the first African American to earn a doctorate, and he became a professor of history, sociology, and economics at Atlanta. So this is a guy that was obviously really powerful and intelligent and kind of beat the odds of its time, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of interesting that we never learned about these kinds of people, or when I never learned about him. So
Yep, right. I had heard of him, of course, but it's, I guess, just that difference in there are a lot of things and a lot of people that we did learn about, and then you get to be an adult and find out there are so many other amazing people that you heard absolutely nothing about that were, as you said, contemporaries. But
right.
yeah,
And I think that Nicole Hannah-Jones has made a great effort to give black children people that they're interested in learning about. I mean, Helen Keller is awesome, but how awesome is it to identify with somebody that looks like you and also did something at the same time? So we just had to give that a little air,
Yeah.
yes.
because sometimes airing things out is the best disinfectant.
There you go.
Now we're gonna get ready to turn that light on. I can tell.
Okay, and I'm ready to see it.
You're ready to see it, aren't you?
Yep, Dr. Vanderloo, Lance, thank you so much for coming on today and talking to us about what it is that you do. What is, well, for people who don't know, what is chiropractic treatment? What is that about? What is that like?
Okay. It deals with structure and your nervous system, and we're nothing but nerve tissue that came from our parents. So everything is neurological. Everything has to have structure and power, and if it doesn't, it fails. It won't repair, it won't work, it won't adapt to the environment, and your body can have symptoms, or it won't work at its best, maybe not live as long. So finding these misalignments of the spine or whatever structure and correcting them with adjustments. And there's many ways to adjust the spine, but one thing we use is an instrument called an activator. There's drop tables. Yeah, we use this on little babies and elderly and people that have sensitive areas, but it provides a very quick force so fast that you can't stop it. So you get a nice adjustment. You hardly feel anything. It's really slick. It works great. People love it. That's one technique. But there's a number of techniques: manual adjustment, drop tables, upper cervical care, which deals with the upper part here where your brainstem is, and that's really the key. Most people are injured and have trauma, like being born, learning to walk, playground accidents, sports injuries, car wrecks, and they get their misalignments. A lot up here, which affects your brainstem and how your body works. So this is really quite the key to our health and how our brain works, you see. So turning a person's power on allows that body to start working better. So chiropractors trains to find the misalignments or subluxations. I have a picture. Can you come in here and look at this?
Yes, and Caleb, are there any?
Yeah. So these are called subluxations or misalignments of the spine, and you can see this vertebrae is out of alignment. You can see the damaged nerve here that goes to some tissue. And this is what the chiropractor finds, locates, and corrects with adjustments.
Oh.
Very specific, very safe, and people love chiropractic. They have about a 97% satisfaction rate. But chiropractic started in Iowa, Davenport, Iowa.
Really?
1895. Dr. D.D. Palmer had a black janitor in his office that had hurt his neck and lost his hearing.
Oh, my.
So he had been studying the spine, Dr. Palmer, and he found a misaligned vertebrae and gave that first specific adjustment. Within a couple days, Harvey Lillard's hearing returned.
Wow. How
Wow.
about
Yeah,
that?
it was amazing. So he turns
So-
the power on, things start to happen when you mess with a person's nervous system.
Right.
And that's really what chiropractic's about, is keeping people in alignment.
And what made you choose this profession?
I knew it was about a doctor, and I knew it helped people. I had used chiropractic when I was stuck. Some people only go when they're in trouble. But you don't have to have symptoms to be out of alignment and need adjustments. So particularly if you're an adult and you had problems as a child, you have to manage those weaknesses. So some people need multiple adjustments or adjustments once in a while to keep their nervous system open, to keep their energy and power on so they stay healthy. And then you can coach people with exercise, rest, food, nutrition,
Sure.
things like that. You coach people back to health and try to keep them well.
Wow. So you know when you need to see a chiropractor. Do you see a chiropractor?
I do.
You do? What do you think about it? See, I went when I was in my 20s, and they really messed me up, so I never been back.
I have gone since I was probably 14.
Really?
Wow.
And you
Yeah.
find benefit.
Oh, for sure.
There's
Yeah.
so many people that really just swear by adjustments and
I have been before. It's been a while. I used to be a dancer, so I guess it wouldn't be too hard to get yourself out of alignment in situations like that. But it's been a long time. How does a person know that they need to see a chiropractor?
Well, people really don't know if they're healthy or not just by symptoms.
Oh,
God didn't give us a dashboard, so
Okay.
we have to almost rely on our symptoms. But symptoms, it's amazing to me how much damage can happen to the human body before it ever shows up as a symptom. And a lot of it's musculoskeletal.
Wow.
But your organs, your brain, how you process, your memory, comprehension, it's all tied into your nervous system. And if there's any damage done up in here. Our younger patients that are having children know this, we educate them, so they want those babies checked and adjusted right after birth to make sure that they have intellectual and physical development with all the power God meant us to have and to keep them healthy. Just think of the potential of a person if they were checked from the time they're born through their lifetime, making sure their body's healthy.
like TJ.
There you go.
Right, yeah. And you feel good?
I feel good.
Do you feel like they make you come back just to get more money?
No,
No, okay.
I'm a crisis guy.
That's my job. I'm the one that has to come out with those kinds of questions. Okay, we're going to
All right.
ask you to show us this,
Let's
and then we
show
got
us.
to talk to the international doc
All right.
guy.
So a lot of people really don't know what their true health status is until they get evaluated and see if they have misalignments, nerve damage, whatever. So a lot of people go through life. They may have a lot of symptomology, problems, needing drug surgery. Thank goodness if you need that. But and we do refer if we find something that needs medical care. Obviously, we're primary health care providers. People can
Sure.
come in and we do that. But you can go through life not really knowing what your health is, but we like to see people do it this way. We like life, power, energy. We want people to go through life with the best life and longevity and enjoy it, fulfilled. So that's what it's all about.
But let me show you where I'm at right
Oh,
now.
okay, you go ahead.
I'm right up there with the bright light.
Okay.
But before I got here, I was kind of like this. But now I'm better because I'm
Okay.
here with you guys.
I might just give you this for a plaything, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that demonstration, and how interesting to hear the things that we need to do to stay healthy. Just get aligned every once in a while from
Yes,
birth. It's
yeah.
not too late though.
No.
No. Okay. Well, thank you. We're going to get your contact information after we talk to TJ.
Good.
Hey.
Yes. Thank you for showing up today. A teacher. What grades do you teach in
I
Trier?
teach K through 12 vocal music in Trier.
Oh, vocal
Okay.
music.
All right, so
we
you
do
were right.
have
We do have a
singer.
singer.
Do you
Yeah.
know the Stevie Wonder version of Happy Birthday?
I think so.
Okay.
All right.
Good. Okay. Because you can just sing along
Okay.
when it's time. But tell us about International Dot Day.
So International Dot Day started in 2009 at my school. I had read the book by Peter H. Reynolds, The Dot, and I found it extremely inspirational for teachers. And I became friends with Peter, and I messaged him and I said, we should have a day where kids make dots and just are creative. Because at that time, school was very much about the tests. Like, for a while, we didn't teach social studies and science because that wasn't on the test. And so Peter feels the same way I do, and we wanted to have a day that kids could just be creative. So I tweeted early in 2009, and I said, we're going to have the Dot Day on September 15th, which is when the book was published. And a few schools around the country joined in. Then next year, a few more schools. In 2011, some really awesome librarians got on board, and we started to keep track of who was participating. And that first year, there were 18,000 people taking part, and that was like, I couldn't believe that was
Right.
happening. One little idea and one magic book. And as of before I left my house, since 2011, 24 million
Oh my goodness.
500,000, something like that, people in 197 countries and territories. So it has spread around the world, and it's all about kids being creative, and it's the best thing to watch as the dots come in, and hospitals. And I'll always remember there was a hospital in Vietnam, a cancer hospital for kids, and seeing those happy kids making their dots was life-changing. And so I promote it all the time and try to get more people to be involved. This year we're going to have a huge celebration in Waterloo.
Awesome.
The Urban Farmers Market is going to host, along with the Waterloo, I always have to think of what it's called, the Art Center,
Oh,
the Waterloo
sure.
Art
Yeah,
Center.
Yeah.
And there's going to be making dots, and they're going to have other activities for kids to do, and it's just going to be amazing.
What size dots? What?
Yeah, talk
You know,
about the
just-
dots.
yeah.
What,
Okay,
You say everybody's
well-
making their dots. What? I want to make a dot, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to make it dots. We definitely. I
Tell
should have
us
brought
how
some
we-
colors.
Yeah, tell us how
you can
we
make them
start. How do
however
you
you want to
start?
make them. I started there was a author named Sharon Creech who in 2011 sent me a dot, and I thought, all right, that's really awesome. One of my favorite authors made a dot. What would other people make? So I now have a site called Celebridots
Oh.
that has famous people who've made dots. And what's truly amazing about that is that some of them made dots a conventional kind of way with a pen or a marker. There's been blue raspberry juice
Okay.
and or raspberry juice and blue hair dye
Okay.
and
Blue
sewing
hair dye. Okay.
and just a clay is really one of my favorite ones. So there's a lot of ways that you can make dots.
And tell us how do we get involved? And when is the day, or is it any day?
Well, the day is September 15th ish.
Ish. Okay.
So-
Okay.
If you wanna celebrate, you can celebrate any day that you'd like. September 15th is the official day, and that's when the book was published. And this year there's going to be an amazing live stream from the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City
Oh,
Wow.
that Peter is
wow.
going to host. And yeah, it's a really awesome thing. The farmers market is going to be September 17th. So
Oh.
we're in the ish for them.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
We
a
love
Saturday.
it. So what will people do? What will people do when you're there at the International Dot Day on the 17th?
I'm
at the
not
farmers
sure what the Waterloo Center for the Arts has planned.
market? Okay.
They're going to do an all-week celebration. we're going to have some guest readers read the book. We're going to do sidewalk chalk. There's going to be a story walk, so you can walk along and read the story yourself. And
Nice.
all kinds of fun things. So everybody can make a dot, which is kind of the beauty of the day. You don't have to have any special art skills.
Okay.
You just make a dot. And the line in the book is make your mark and see where it takes you.
Oh, I love
So
that.
you make a dot and see where it takes you. There's a hashtag International Dot Day that you can find all the kind of dots that schools and kids and hospitals and daycares are making. So
Awesome. We love
Right,
it.
yeah, I was gonna say there's a day, folks, that there's an invitation to come out with your creativity, and that's September 15th to make a dot.
make a dot.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you so much for sharing that. And congratulations on the success.
Thank you.
I
Yes.
mean,
awesome.
all kinds of people that are enjoying it, the creativity that you kind of started. The founder.
Well, I had the basic idea.
Okay.
But I mean,
Yeah, the
people
book.
have taken it and really run with it
We
and
love it.
come up with amazing ideas.
Right. Well, come on. Let's our metro area come out. Are you going to be there?
Yeah.
Make a dot.
I'll
That'd be
make a
fun.
dot.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. We got some great shows coming up too. We're going to talk about in just a minute. Did you learn anything? Yeah, we did. You did. Okay. So we got birthday people. Every week we have the best birthday people because they all follow our page. Did you like the North End Update page?
Yes.
We
I
like the
did. I got it on.
Chiropractic page, and we like the international page, so you make sure you like our page.
Oh, I did.
Okay,
All right.
awesome. So who are our great people, Shaviva?
Okay, one of them is someone you know,
Yes.
Gregory Young.
Gregory.
Happy birthday.
Yay, Greg!
Q Knowledge, that is Quentin, one of my extra sons.
Hey,
Quentin
Q.
Bolden, happy birthday. Phil Fly.
Hey, Phil.
Sherry Jones.
Yes, Sherry.
Margot Moorhead Drain,
Hey,
and
sis.
Landy Gelson. Happy
Hey,
birthday.
sis. Love you, Landy.
Yes.
LaShonda Ferguson Felder, Nadine,
right.
my baby.
Okay,
She's
happy
so
birthday.
sweet. Lance Dunn, the young married man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Nataki Gilmore Coakley.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Nataki. And Deb Berry, our,
Okay.
our very good friend.
Debbie,
Rep-
yep.
Yes,
Very well.
Former representative Deb Berry. We're going to her birthday party tonight.
Yeah.
Yes. And Gaston Moore. Hey, Gassy.
Yep.
And Bev Smith. We love you, Bev.
Yep, happy birthday.
Yes.
All
And
right.
now every week we sing, and I'm really a really good singer, so I'm hoping you're not going to be intimidated. And we sing the Stevie Wonder version. You can just clap and hum along, but we want you to sing loud, especially if you're not a good singer.
That's what we do.
Okay, because that's what we do. I'm sure you would agree
Couldn't fit more perfectly
than to have a world party.
on the day you came to be.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Yay! All right. I love it.
We got through that pretty easily, right? No problems.
I love it when I get to cheer you on. You
good.
did great.
Thanks.
You sing at church, don't you?
A little bit.
I can tell.
Made you sing happy birthday. All right.
Okay, we got some great shows coming up. And we do want to get your contact information when we're closing out. But we got some great shows. We got Maxine Turner. We got Tim Moses that's been talked about as an influential individual. He's
Okay.
going to be coming on with the mayor
All right.
on the third Friday. So we want you to all stay tuned. And also, we wanted you to know that as seasoned women,
Which we are.
yes,
Yes.
we've learned a few things in our lifetimes. And what did you learn, Shaviva?
Well, I've learned that the less time I have to work with, the more I get done.
Oh, that's true.
Mhm.
I'm thinking about my house waiting for me at home right now.
Okay.
And I've learned that ignoring the fact doesn't change the fact. That's a good lesson to learn.
Yep.
So before we close, can you tell everybody how we can get lined up? I want to get
One of those,
adjusted,
the activator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most doctors have them. You can go to vanderloochiropractic.com.
Okay.
and that will get you to our website, and that's where it's at.
Okay.
So.
And International Dot Day, is there a website that people can visit?
There is www.international.day.org, and you can check the counter at the bottom of the page for how many people have signed up.
Whoa.
Soon 25 million.
Wow, that
incredible.
That
is
is
so
awesome.
impressive and such a great gesture. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. And we want to encourage our viewers, Shaviva, to keep doing more stuff that makes you awesome.
Like Lance
Like Lance,
and like TJ.
like TJ.
Because it makes us all look good.
See you next time.